During my last summer break, 1999, a friend and I ran into a very large quantity of cow pie psilocybe mushrooms. They were only $120 per Oz. So we figured we could make a fair amount of money if we made a large purchase. During our first meeting with the supplier, we bought 6 ounces and began to sell our product to some of our other friends. We indulged ourselves in this abundance of fungus, tripping on the weekends, and sometimes during the weekdays. Following some harrowing experiences with the judicial system earlier in the year, a psychiatrist prescribed me a medication called Escalith to balance my moods. Escalith is an antidepressant, anti-manic pill, more commonly known as lithium. I was taking 150 milligrams each morning for about 3 months before we got a hold of the mushrooms. I tripped on a number of occasions during this whole bout, on dosages moving up into the 9-gram mark, and had nothing but beautiful and thoroughly enjoyable experiences. One weekend, I was at home alone, and decided to eat a little over 1/8 of an ounce for a quick joyride away from boredom. When I began to experience the first signs of tripping, I called my buyer friend up, and had him come get me so I could enjoy the trip with someone else. We went to talk to another friend and eat with him at his restaurant for about an hour and a half, and still I had experienced no trouble. At the end of the meal, though, I began to notice a nervous twitching, and as it grew in intensity, I began to black out for tiny fractions of a second at a time. I was gripped by the fear of the inevitable bad trip, although I had never had one, having tripped nearly 40 times before then. I insisted that we go outside and leave, but as I got into the car, everything began spinning, and I threw up everything I had eaten. I was plagued by incessant fears that I cannot explain. All-out claustrophobia even though I was outside, being sure that death was inevitable. My friend had no idea what to do, so he started driving me to a more experienced, older companion. This just made it worse though, for the quick, continuous movement of the car made me sicker. I was unable to talk, so was therefore unable to tell him to stop, and continued throwing up what little substance I had left in my stomach. Halfway through the drive, I blacked out completely, and cannot remember anything up until when I woke up, propped up in my older friend's hands above the toilet, gagging my guts out. When I was through being sick, he helped me get clean, and I went to sleep in his bed for about 2 hours. When I woke up later, I felt completely refreshed and I went home to rest and contemplate this horrid experience. When I later talked with my 2 friends, they explained that while I was out, I went into a phase of convulsion-like movement, with my eyes rolled back into my head. I'm glad I don't remember any of this, for what I do remember is, without a doubt, the scariest moments of my life, ever. If anyone has any information about my reaction to this unlikely, at least, unbeknownst to me, reaction to the combination, I would be ecstatic to receive your comments or advice. My email is d_y_s_f_u_n_k_t@hotmail.com.